he is trying. I mean, here, William, look, is Chance around? Because I'm concerned. He made a very, very, very good argument about you being quiet. You steal music. You're a harasser. He's very convincing. You're a harasser. You're a life ruiner. You ruin people's whole lives. And what have I gotten myself into? Have I been fooled this whole time? I mean, you gotta hand it to him. The man can kick, okay? Like, for him, he can dance and he can do his little, like, I mean, he can do, like, I mean, and also the Star Wars thing with the stake outside, that was pretty damn you know, like, he can move around, okay? He can definitely move around. Listen, I am not here for any kind of love connection.
That's a fucking lie, you dumb hooker.
So in recent events, it would only be a matter of time before Chance Wilkins, aka Cyraxx the little lying goblin of Akron, would be back on a panel. You know, he said no more raging, no more panels, nothing of the sorts. But here we are just a couple of days later, because he thinks he has the potential to woo Katie here. She's gonna play dumb, she's gonna pretend like she doesn't know anything, she's gonna make some funny comments here and there, and we're gonna get right into it.
Alright, I am restreaming this because he tagged me in this. He wants me to see this right now. So yes, we are gonna watch it over here.
Obviously, I know Katie's live right now. Shout out to Katie. And to be honest with you, Katie, you have every reason to be questioning and alarmed about William. Because along with what I said in my video that William and his little friend N-word boy had removed, this man has openly admitted to stealing my music. Right out in the open. This man's actually actively and openly admitted to stealing my music, not only to my face, but in his community tabs and previous streams as well. Right out in the open, just straight out admitted to it. Now, does that sound like somebody that you want to be around, Katie? I wouldn't.
So Katie would go on her live stream, react to some of the new stuff that Chance has been doing, and all the call-outs he's been doing to her. He would notice that she was actually live streaming, so he would make another video and try to plead out to her once more. Clearly things got a little hectic, because some poop touching, some poop throwing, if you will, would soon follow. Cyrax, CIA hole, and I believe even Willie G at some point gets involved here on the panel. So we're gonna skip a bunch of this BS and jump right to that. I did want to address something that's kind of like the elephant in the room here. I have seen some people mentioning that it's okay when certain characters touch the poop but not others, and why is that? And personally, I think, just from my opinion, that if you're a channel like mine, you don't really have much of an actual purpose of touching the poop. You're not really a relevant troll or character in this whole thing, so injecting yourself into it, more often than not, is just gonna go bad for you. So I think that's genuinely the difference here between somebody like myself and other channels that do this, and maybe say William Glory Hole and CIA Hole and say maybe a Katie or whatever. Some people are just being used as tools, if you will, more than they are actually being characters themselves. Anyways, that's just how I see it.
All right.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Katie, what's going on? How you doing, bro?
How you doing?
Hey, Chance.
How's it going, bro?
Here's a real quick one for you. This is kind of weird. So,
What's up, dude?
turns out Katie and I met each other like 7 years ago.
Oh, shit.
There was this dude. She totally just reminded me. I completely forgot about it. There was this dude, John Carver, who was hacking into old ladies' computers, pretending to be tech support, and Katie helped bring that guy down.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, like this whole thing with William, one thing that he loves to do that I have noticed, the CIA can verify this, is whenever somebody, like, say somebody tries to help me out, like, for example, one of my friends just recently, because William and them did brick a lot of my stuff that I have, like, he actually ended up bricking both of my computers and one of my Xbox. What? Yeah, and one of my friends tried to send me a brand new computer. William had the computer rerouted.
What? That's fraud. That's very illegal.
And not only that, but every time somebody tries to help me out, he threatens them, tries to expose them, bullies them, and he'll basically do anything he can to go after them. Hey, CIA, why don't you tell him what you found out about my ex Kira and what he did with Kira?
Oh, geez. Yeah. He, so Chance, was engaged to this woman named Kira. And long story short, William ended up hiring some like meth addict to woo her.
I truly have to say that this is some masterful work here, though. You got Willie G in the chat being like, oh no, I can't believe they're turning on me. I thought you guys were my friends, my supporters. Playing up the role real well, giving Cyrax that confidence he needs to come up here and lie to us all. But you all know Cyrax is not going to be able to keep his story straight, so let's get right back into him trying to convince everybody that he's this awful victim. Shout out to Katie though, she's doing a real good job acting like she doesn't know what's going on yet.
So this guy with his meth and his romantic charms wooed Kira, got her hooked on meth. Not only that, he actually started creating homemade porn with her. And
What?
yeah, William and those guys were then selling clips of the videos online. Yeah.
My God.
So crazy.
And this is the same dude that worked with Music Biz Marty, who, as we all know, is either I honestly don't know if he's dead or not. I could care less either way.
You don't miss him?
Honestly, no. That dude is the guy that made my life a living nightmare for the last 8 years.
Even if this was all real, how absolutely diabolically sad is it that Cyrax lost his wife, or excuse me, his fiance, his soon-to-be wife, to some meth head just chilling. He's got that much more riz than you, Cyrax. You got no skibbity riz. Feels bad, dude. Lies have been detected, though, so I'm going to have to stop for a second and let them know that Cyrax does indeed miss Marty. He talks about him a lot. For somebody who made your life hell, you'd be celebrating way more. You seemed somber in that last video when you were acknowledging that Marty was gone. Terribly somber.
I'm the main one that Marty and them screwed with and ruined the life of.
I can't imagine how that would feel.
All right, so that Cyrax guy that you heard about online all this time that was getting fucked with, that's me.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah, Chance Wilkins.
Oh my
Chance
God.
Wilkins. Yeah,
Okay, y'all.
Wilkins is his real name. Cyrax.
Oh my God. That's
Cyrax
you. Your Chance. Your
Yes.
Chance Wilkins.
I'm the one that William and Marty and all them have been attacking all these years. Let's put it this way. Last year, about a month and a half before Christmas, maybe a few weeks, they had a troll roll up to our house, threw a brick through the windshield of my mom's car to where we had to pay out of pocket to replace it. Yeah, they've done that. They've bomb threatened my house to where me and my family literally had to leave.
Sometimes when it comes to the Cyrax thing, it's hard to laugh and not feel bad for the idiot because he's so stupid that he believes that these people didn't know who he was from jump, like he hadn't been calling them out, thinking that, oh yeah, I mean, I'm that guy. Gassing up Cyrax like this is definitely dangerous because his delusion levels are very, very high, probably some of the highest in the world. All those years of huffing that bedbug jug has really gotten Cyrax's brain to be rotted to an extent that I don't think scientists would even understand if they were looking at it. But I will say, seeing William Gloryhole's comments pop up in the bottom are actually sending me. That's the funniest part about all of this.
Now, let me ask you this. There are a lot of people in my chat saying that you spoke to an underage girl that ended up being
Hey guys, real quick. I'm sorry, Katie. Chance, you good? I got a bail here, guy. I got a call I got to get on.
That's crazy that y'all know each other like that. That's crazy.
I've known him for a very long time.
Yeah, he's definitely a good dude for sure. And I can already tell you exactly where this is leading to. The whole thing is that Marty had me illegally entrapped so that he could then isolate me, which it did work. He ended up isolating me. And what people don't seem to realize is she claimed to be of age, then tricked me into sending certain photos and sent a photo back, which I later found out later in the years that the photo she sent back wasn't of her, but of her fucking daughter.
Oh boy, Uncle Swampy is gonna have to stop this again and correct you, old Chancey Poo. We all know that you're lying. And I would hope that Katie knows you're a lion as well. I'm sure those eyes will get lower and lower as we continue here. But we've already gone over several times, to the best of our knowledge, that those pictures actually came from a Predator Hunter Discord and or a Reddit. Those were not Kate's kids. And I feel fairly confident in saying that. It's also not true at all that Cyrax Cyraxx is claiming here that he was first told she was of age and then they switched it to her being underage. We have the screenshots, we have the videos, Cyraxx. That's not how that went down at all. That's something Cyraxx has been saying for years now to try to make it seem a little less bad, to make it look like he got bamboozled. But if we're being honest, if we're being really honest, we all know that's 100% a lie.
When he did that whole sting operation, like, police have been called to my house multiple times. I've had not only local law enforcement, I've had FBI agents out here, and I've also had detectives out here. And the reason why we had FBI and detectives out here was because at one point, somebody was claiming that me and my family we were harboring a 13-year-old kid in our basement and yada, yada, yada. And both FBI and, regular, police detectives came out, took a look around, didn't find nothing. And I sat there and I had a conversation with them both times, as well as local law enforcement, explained everything to them.
Okay, so I understand you've had a lot of, I know that you've had a lot of issues with the police. I know that
over 113 times they've been called.
Yes, a lot of phone calls. I know that they were familiar with you.
Oh yeah, let's put it this way.
They watched Marty's channel and stuff. Like they very much knew what was going on.
Let's put it this way. If I were to walk into the Akron Police Department right now, just straight out on a fucking regular ass Monday, I can walk in there right now. And I guarantee you, at least 98 to 99% of the officers would know who I am when I walk in there.
That's 100% not a flex, Cyraxx. Walking into the Akron Police Department and 98% of the people who work there knowing who you are is definitely not a good thing. That's not a flex, Cyraxx, but it's interesting to see that you're gonna sit there and act like it is. Cyraxx is not a victim. Cyraxx caused all of these things to happen to himself. You reap what you sow, buddy. So we're gonna skip around a lot in this stream because it's 3 hours long and it's just Cyraxx repeating a lot of the same stuff. Plus we have a whole nother like 15-minute video he uploaded after this that we have to cover. So we're just gonna get to the good juicy bits.
1 second, let me ask you this. You think that a female can get pregnant by swallowing semen? 10 years ago, do you think that that was possible or no?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like with the way technology and shit's going nowadays. I would say with the way technology is nowadays, shit, 10 years ago we didn't have half the shit we have technology-wise nowadays. Shit.
What?
But as far as that goes, like I said, I can't say that I do know or don't know. Like, it is what it is. I don't pay attention to that shit. The stuff that I pay attention to is me working on my stuff, hanging out with my friends, hanging out with my family, and just doing my fucking job that I've been trying to do.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
For the last several years. And the funny thing about all this shit is everybody has this, they have this image of me saying that I'm this really awful person and I'm a piece of shit, but yet when you really look at the videos of me getting pissed off and raging out, is that really me being evil?
Actually, yes, Cyraxx, that actually does make you a bad person. It makes you pretty evil, if you will. All the things you rage about are in defense of doing deplorable and despicable things against other people you claim to care about. The things you say to your alleged girlfriends, the things you say to your family members, the things you do to other people around you are absolutely disgusting, not to mention the things you do to yourself. If I recall correctly, in many of these rage outs, Cyraxx has threatened the lives of Kira's children, other exes, and other children of their exes. It's actually so disgusting and gets so deplorable that the deeper you look at Cyraxx, the more you can't even justify watching it, because he is such a piece of crap. Remember, you're talking about a 35-year-old grown man who has never worked a job in his life, never helped his grandmother with any of the bills, and does nothing but harass her, yell at her, and even sometimes physically abuse her. So Cyraxx, you are evil. You are the epitome of evil.
Like I said, as far as like William and them go, you can literally look at any documentary on me. There's people out there with, I think the most popular one is the Turkey Tom one, which has over, I think the last I checked, like 3-point-some-odd million views. So these guys have definitely made a good chunk of money off me for sure. How much? I don't know.
I'd bet millions, honestly.
Oh,
Let me ask
guaranteed.
you
I wouldn't
this.
put it past them.
That is hilarious that Cyrax believes that anybody has made millions of dollars off of his likeness or his story, if you will. I mean, this series alone has done much more than 3 million views, Cyrax. I could tell you that factually. But the funny part is I haven't made millions because look who we're covering, Cyrax. Look who we're talking about. Look where you're eating at. Do you really think these videos make that much money? Shoot, I'll play along, Cyrax. I've made about $14 million off you in the last week. I'm about to make another $14 million next week. Thank you, William motherfucking Glory Hole Records. You know, these deals really helping us out here. Of course, Marty paid me to start this series. You know how it all goes. I'm rolling in it.
Are you, okay, this might sound kind of crazy, but are you William Glory Hole?
No, I am not.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Like for the last 8 years, to an extent, I did become addicted to the fighting back. I did become addicted to the responding. And then once, you know, a couple of my childhood friends actually made me step back and take a long, hard look. And they're like, bro, like you're going down an addictive route. Like you need to step back away from this shit. Like you don't need to be responding to this. And it was when I really took a step back and looked at myself. That's kind of when I realized, like, why am I fucking responding to this shit? Like, I don't
think
always.
that you have a sex addiction, Chance.
No, I'm just like any other fucking dude. Why?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to just be unbiased. I'm sorry, be
Yeah.
unbiased. And look,
Oh,
but
you're
they're
good,
saying,
you're
you
good.
know, there has been a lot of wiener shit going on, like a fidget spinner, and like there's
All
just
that-
a lot
all
of
that-
wiener
all that-
stuff going
all
on.
that-
And I
all right,
mean,
so the
you
whole
have
shit-
jerked off. I remember
the-
you
so the
you
whole
claim that
shit
you
was-
jerk off all day, pretty much. And I mean,
So the whole
sex
shit-
addiction is very much a thing.
Oh,
okay?
I know. Oh, I know
it
it is.
exists.
Oh, I know it is, and I know it exists. I've had friends that have gone through that, but it's one of those things where it's like, as far as like the whole fidget spinner thing, that kind of ties back into the whole thing with, you know, the extortion stuff. But as far as the other shit goes, no, like what the fuck?
Chancey has somehow had friends that have gone through every horrible thing ever because he wants to feel relatable and act like he knows what he's talking about, but we all know that's not the truth. Chance is a very unknowledgeable guy no matter what it is in life. He's literally never left his attic or his grandma's basement, so he doesn't know what the real world is about. Sex addiction, maybe not. That's pretty extreme for somebody who just sits in their attic and jerks off all day. Multiple times a day, upwards of 20, self-admittedly by Chance himself.
Like now, as far as like the whole flashing Marty on his stream, I will admit I have done that. Am I proud of that? No, I absolutely regret that shit because this is what I mean when I say that, you know, law enforcement needs to start stepping their game up and really pay attention to what is actually going on. When you have somebody like myself or anybody else in general who has been fucked with so badly and had their family's lives ruined and their lives ruined, not by their choice, but by being screwed with and scrutinized so fucking much, and your family reached out to every branch of the police, you go through the proper channels for help.
Yeah, Akron PD should 100% step up, Chance, but they should step up by putting you in prison for you constantly exposing yourself to people online. You didn't do it just one time, Chance, you did it several times, over a dozen easily. Regretting it doesn't really mean anything, because you've never really had to atone for that. Nobody has ever made you face the actual consequences of what that leads to, which is a lot of things. You don't know who's watching that live stream. It could be my niece who's 5 years old. It could be somebody who's 90 years old. It doesn't really matter, and it doesn't make it any better.
When you, I don't know how to, are you, I mean, obviously you're potty trained, right? Like you use the toilet regularly. Did you just have that moment? Was that just like a moment you had where it just
that was literally just a straight out moment where I didn't realize, because my whole family had been sick and I completely like forgot about it and whatever, and I guess that I ended up getting sick and didn't realize it. Yeah, and needless to say, when that happened, oh my god, like I kind of realized after everything had happened, like that's when it kind of clicked, like, dude, I'm still fucking live streaming. Oh,
so like you didn't feel it coming at all. It's just like it was like a little gurgle, and then it was like,
yeah, it was like I fucking
blasted out.
Yeah, like I fucking bolted as fast as I could, because like as soon as I heard As soon as I felt that gurgle, I was like, bro, something's up.
That right there is the biggest lie Cyraxx told this whole stream. He was literally in the middle of a stream, doing a cover, singing a little song, and then poopied himself. It's not because he suddenly forgot he was sick. He wasn't running to the bathroom when it happened. We can see it in 4K. I mean, on this channel alone, that video has like 120,000 views or more on it. I'm pretty sure on M Word Boy's channel, it's like nearing 400,000, if not over 400,000. Cyraxx, we all saw what happened. The more you try to rewrite history, the sadder it makes you look, and the more people make fun of you for it. When are you just gonna realize that if you just take ownership for being a weirdo online, you'll have a lot less of a problem of people coming at you? Because every time you try to lie, nobody wants to hear it, Cyraxx. It wasn't because you were suddenly sick. You always try to blame it on some things that don't even make any sense. Anyways, I'm pretty much done with this. Let's jump into the next thing Cyraxx did, which was another call out video. You can watch the rest of this stream over on Katie's channel. I'll have that linked down below. Personally, you're not really missing much. If you watched all the recent Cyraxx videos, you've seen this. It's just him saying on a live stream instead of a video.
What is up, YouTube? So, as you guys may have seen my video earlier, or videos I should say, and the live stream where I was on with Katie. Now, the reason why I went up there, it was to defend my music and my content, because I for one am getting sick and tired of watching my music and content be stolen. Now, William Gloryhole decided to make up this grand lie of, oh, you don't have to register with the RIAA in order to get a gold or platinum record as an independent artist, but yes you do, and I'm about to prove it right now. Are you required to register with the RIAA as an independent artist in order to receive a gold or platinum record award? Sometimes the major record labels will cover the cost, but independent artists or artists signed to an independent record label will usually pay for their own plaque. What are the requirements? Hang on, let's see here. Okay, Google. What are the requirements for an independent artist to receive a gold or silver or platinum plaque?
Guess somebody's gotta learn, Chance, since you can't figure out how to use Google. So, Chance, yes, of course, you need to sign up with the RIAA to get your certifications and awards from them. But you don't have to do anything special beyond that. All you have to do is have the streams that match up to the certifications. You need your 500,000, your million, your 10 million, etc. It's really not rocket science here, but you know Chance Wilkins, he's gonna make this way harder than it really at all ever needed to be. Chance has never been anywhere near an RIA certification, and it doesn't matter how much he tries to pretend like he has been.
Right there. In order to be a certified gold or platinum record holder, you have to be registered with the RIAA. What are the requirements to get or own a gold or silver platinum record as an independent music artist? But overall, like you guys just heard from Google itself, you have to be registered with the RIAA in order to receive a gold or platinum or silver record, which William Gloryhole is not. And as I said, when I went up there to speak with Katie, I was going up there to defend my music, to tell the truth about what's been going on, and to defend my content.
Not to be that guy, Cyraxx, but how in the absolute Sam hell would you know if William Gloryhole was registered with the RIAA or not? You can't be that stupid to think that William Gloryhole's his actual name. Clearly he would have done it under his real name or a different alias. Because Cyraxx, unlike you, William Gloryhole has some IQ in that little noggin. He's not brain dead, and he doesn't just sit in his grandma's attic all day making up random BS. I know it's really hard to come up and live in the shadow of everybody else you wish you were, but Cyraxx, it's really depressing that every single day you do the same thing, say the same things, and have nothing, absolutely nothing to show for it. Just because of this, I'm signing up with the RIAA before the end of this video, and I'm submitting all the streams from this series for the Funny Dreamer song, and guess what? For the Bedbug Jug song. This series has done well over 3 million views. And guess what? Streams on YouTube count the same as streams on Spotify. Oh boy, we're gonna have a plaque just to spite you very soon.
Because I am sick and tired of watching my content that I have personally worked my ass off on being stolen, like William Gloryhole and N-Word Boy claiming that, like, claiming that these guys are doing something that they're not doing. And honestly, it's fucking disgusting. It really is fucking disgusting. I've worked my ass off on every single song I have ever fucking written. Every single fucking song I have fucking written or recorded, and it's fucking disgusting what these people are doing. Like, imagine if you were in my position and you had somebody stealing your music. You wouldn't want that to happen to your shit. Now, do I want to give these guys any acknowledgement or any credit at all? No, I do not. I hate the troll community. I am not a part of it. I never was a part of it, despite what everybody thinks. I am not a part of that community. I do not claim to be. I do not want to be associated.
You know, it's pretty funny that Cyraxx claims he puts all this work into every song he's ever recorded, but we can prove that just about 80% of the music he's ever put out has been 100% ripped off of YouTube or somewhere else. He usually will take pre-written instrumentals that you can find online and put his vocals over it, claiming that he made it in FL Studio. And I can tell you factually, you can make a lot of cool stuff in FL Studio. You can make some cool beats and whatnot, but you can't make full-on rock instrumentals unless you actually are recording instruments. And guess what? Chance doesn't do that. Chance doesn't have all these instruments. You've seen Chance play guitar. You think he wrote any of those songs you're hearing? Absolutely not.
And it's pretty fucked up that these people can just run around and steal my music and claim it as their own and do this and do that and blah blah blah. Because in order to get paid by ASCAP and BMI, like I said and like y'all just seen, in order to receive anything from them, you have to be registered with the RIAA. And William Glory Hole and N-Word Boy, who make up the fake artist, Wanch Wilkins, they won't do it.
Now that's not true at all, Cyraxx. You can 100% get paid for your music, your streams, etc. without being registered with the RIAA. Being paid out for your music 100% has nothing to do with that, and I can definitely die on that hill confidently. You know, most of the time, Chance, when you're putting your music online, you wouldn't know this because you have no idea how to do any of this, is you work with a third-party distributor, like a TuneCore, a CD Baby, a DistroKid, if you will. And that's where you're gonna get your royalties from. You don't have to sign up on all these other things. Now sure, if you want to make your royalties from radio play, etc., then yeah, there are certain avenues you have to go up. Then yes, there are certain avenues you have to go down to collect certain royalties. But in general, no. It has nothing to do with the RIAA, Chance.
Matter of fact, the video that I just sent of Katie, or to Katie, of me doing my own song, Street Racing Scene, proves that I am the original artist. That is my voice. Those are my vocals on that fucking song. So for those of you wondering, am I coming back as a music artist? Yes. Under several genres of music. 1, metal. 2, dubstep. 3, hip-hop and alternative, and metalcore for a 4th. And yes, when it comes to dubstep, your boy Shadowblade is coming back. I am dropping brand new fucking music.
You know, I'm sure everybody is just writhing in their seats, foaming at the mouth, just so ready for this DJ Shadowblade return, the Cyraxx return, and all of these different genres. But reality check, Cyraxx doesn't even know what these genres are. He's calling Suicide Silence metalcore. I don't mean to be that guy, but you don't have to have a very deep understanding of what metalcore is to know that Suicide Silence is the furthest thing from metalcore. Chance is the kind of guy to learn a word and just attribute everything that sounds remotely heavy under that one word. And that genuinely feels bad when you're trying to be a musician yourself, Chance.
And yes, I am going back under the name Social Error because I am that outcast. I am the one that people judge. I am the one that speaks out for the people like myself that get set aside. And I am proud to say that I speak for the vulnerable ones. I am proud to say that I get to speak out and be that voice for the outcasts like myself that are left to fucking rot by society. And yes, I am working on a crossover band between AI and real life, where I lend my vocals to a song that I wrote and have AI fill out the main vocals while I step in on top of those vocals and do my thing. So I am out here breaking new fucking grounds every fucking goddamn day. And I will be fucking damned if I let it happen again.
As much as Cyrax tries to act like he's doing anything that's breaking new ground, AI bands mixed with just real vocals or whatever you're trying to say here, Cyrax, is nothing new. Hello, your favorite Martian? The Gorillas, for sake? Like, Chance, what are you talking about? Even in the delusion that is Cyrax's mind, you can't even try to make sense of it or even try to have any understanding, because it's just all wrong. It makes no sense. He's just so not there. Sometimes it's hard to actually believe that this is a real human being. Like, this is actually his thought process. Because every time he says something, it just makes you lose IQ points.
Now, I am not going to be posting on this channel every fucking day, so don't get used to this.
To determine that was a lie.
Because I'm gonna be busy working on my motherfucking music. I'm gonna be busy working on my fucking artwork, living my fucking life. Because I have more important shit to do. Like living my life, doing my fucking job as a music artist, doing my job as a content creator. I am not gonna be on YouTube replying to every single fucking hateful comment. But like I said, I just wanted to come on here and speak my piece really fast and let people know that, hey, this is why I did what I did. I know it might seem like, you know, I'm going against what I said about how I'm not going to respond to the trolls, but I didn't go up there to respond to the trolls. I went up there to defend my music and to speak the truth about what's really been going on, because I wanted the world to know the real truth. And I wanted the world to know, like, William Glory Hole is and N-word boy is for stealing my shit.
Cyrax saying he has more important things to do than complain on YouTube videos is, it's hilarious. We all know that's not true, but hey, we'll let him believe that, and if it keeps him off the internet for longer than a day, that is a W to me. At the end of the day, I'm on the same wavelength as William Glory Hole in this whole situation. I'd rather just not see Chance online at all. I already hear the comments, but then you have no content, bitch. That's not true. We've been over this a million times. There's always another fish to go fry. At the end of the day, the whole goal of this is to not have people like this online. Like, how many times do you really want to watch this guy rant and rave about the same things over and over? I'm persevering for the long game in the hopes that this guy just gets the hell out of here. But I digress. Let's finish this out.
I am coming back to do my music, but I will not be on YouTube full fucking time. So like I said, don't get it in y'all's fucking heads that I'm going to be back full time, because I'm not. I'm going to be creating a whole different separate channel for my music once I get my shit properly fucking registered. Because once I get my shit properly fucking registered, I'm gonna be going in and releasing brand new music under different names. Or I may just do a single name and release different styles of music under that name. Or I may just stick with Shadowblade and Social Error and release music under both of those names, which I already own the Shadowblade name anyway, and have owned it since 2010. I still own the fucking trademark, and I've already got my shit registered for Social Error, so I'm set there. I am done responding. I have a real fucking life to live, and if y'all don't fucking like it, like I said on Katie's channel, I'm not here for the troll shit. I'm here for those that want to see me win, for those that want to see me succeed. I'm here to represent those people. I'm here to represent the people like me that get stepped on. That's stupid, and I don't have fucking time for it. Now, like I said, I came on here really quick just to say, hey, this is why I did what I did, and I hope that you guys understand now why I did what I did. It's not that I'm going back on my word. If anything, I'm going to be sitting here in the fucking background working on my fucking shit, doing my fucking job as a fucking artist, and if you don't fucking like that I'm working on music in the background and doing my fucking job, I genuinely don't give a flying fuck.
Well, you heard it here first, guys. Cyrax is back to old Cyrax times. So that means he's going to be stealing music, stealing content, complaining that other people are calling him out for it, and making fun of him for it, and he'll be here at any chance he can to yell at the trolls as always. I'll give it a day, maybe even two, before he's back up and running full time. I'm not going back on my word, he says, but he's definitely gone back on that word several times. Anyways, thank you guys so much for the support on this series. Sure to slap that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see y'all soon.
No, I didn't forget the bedbug jug. I'm waiting for it. Bedbug jug, bedbug jug, bedbug jug, bedbug jug. I'ma need that shit. shit. My